Behind me is a very beautiful dairy farming structure, and today we are going to be focusing a lot on how to build a simple structure without actually using like a lot of money, because maybe you want to try dairy farming but you're afraid of maybe the prices. You're always asking yourself, maybe how much do I need to build this? Maybe you've ever visited maybe someone who has a structure like this and you're like, I cannot manage. So today we are going to be focusing on how much do we need to build this, and also the qualities of a good structure. Yeah, we'll start also with the calf area and also the big animal, the drinking areas. So today I visited a friend. We are actually in Eldoret area. I came with a friend who introduced me to his friend also. So they always say that you have to know people so that you can just get your things going. I'm really in love with this structure in front of us. It's a very simple one. We'll be taking you in because I can see it has like different gates. There's a gate here, there's another one there. So we are going to be moving around. There's also these ones over here. Yeah, there's also the store. So we're going to learn a lot about all this. So join me. My name is Nasto. Subscribe if you haven't. Let's get to 40k subscribers, and also feel free to drop a comment at the end of this video to let us know maybe what you've learned, and also whether you'll be interested in such a business. Yes, Mr. Maxwell, I can see they're collecting some feeds just from the farm.
These are grains. Yes. Because at the end of the day, this animal has to be supplemented with something like grains. Yeah. Because grains are rich in maybe for vitamins. Yes. Like A for visions and other vitamins. Yeah.
Because I was seeing some, they also have the hay.
Yes.
Yeah, the dried one.
Okay, basically an animal is supposed to eat dry feed. Yeah? But because at the end of the day we have to supplement with this. The intention of using the dry feed is this. Because there is something that we call bulk. Yeah, when an animal eats, let's say, plenty of these, it is being bulked to the animal itself, the body and the entire thing. You will get that the animal has a very big stomach, but at the end of the day, it is not nutritious to that animal in terms of production, in terms of maintenance of the body. So we cannot tell people to use greens, the way we do a lot of greens, because people walk up in the morning, go graze the animals. At the end of the day, they are just coming very big, yes. Because actually I can ask you a very good example,
Yes.
Just an instance, Let's say you have sent somebody to graze your animal.
Salam. Yes.
And at the end of the day, they are very thin in the stomach. What will you do?
Yeah, we always want our cows to have very big stomachs.
Yeah, very big stomach, But when you see these animals that we were here, I think we can just get inside here.
Yeah, a minute. Yes.
Yeah, these animals here,
Yeah.
Even though this animal has maybe...
the ribs, you can see the ribs.
You can see the ribs, What I usually tell people, as long as you have given your animal what we call feed for maintenance, and production is constant, that's it. Right. Remember, overfeeding these animals will lead to something like infertility.
Infertility.
Too much fat in the body leads to infertility and the rest of the things. Right. Yes. So guys, with that, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Farm with Maxwell.
Yes.
So that we can learn things about animals. Yes.
All right, Mr. Meshak, back to you.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yes. So actually today we want to learn about just building a simple structure like the one I'm seeing here. Yeah. because most of us, even me, if I wanted to think about maybe dairy farming, most of us, we try to think about the most complicated one, maybe like metals and stuff. So you end up at the end of the day, you say, my money is not enough. So today, kindly explain to us or take us through maybe your structure. Let us know like the basic needs that should be maybe in a dairy farming area. Yeah, and also their functions. Yeah.
First thing, when you are a farmer, you have to live by your means.
Yeah.
Don't be too gullible.
Yeah.
Sometimes starting up this farm, you have to use things that are locally sourced. What you have, for example, you use what you have, then build something good. It is better you have a simple structure but good genetics than having a very sophisticated structure and then very shady animals inside there. So for me, yes, I use some things, some local things, because most things are nilipata niko nazo. Kama mbao, the only thing nilinunua ni mabati peke yake. Yes. So that is why I just had to consult. Then I got this simple structure. Pole too.
So roughly, maybe if someone like, because I know you also need to buy maybe the nails, the locking things, So roughly, maybe how much does someone need maybe for a simple structure? A rough estimate.
A rough estimate
maybe for like 4 cows.
4 cows.
Yeah.
Around 50,000 will be enough for you. Yes, because you just need wood and then some simple mabati and nails and then a fundi. Simple, yes. 50 to 100,000 you're going to be okay with that. Right. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, so what's here? This, because we want like to tour maybe the whole place.
This place is for the calves.
For the calves.
That are around from 4 months up to around 8 months. So they come and sleep here. This is where their second home is. Yes.
So the calves are here. So for a drinking area, I didn't see you build like in there like these ones. Why did you choose maybe the plastic over?
I chose the plastic for the calves because they cannot reach this side to drink the water. So that one is more comfortable for them.
This is just a super drum. You cut it half with the timbers.
Simple.
And you're good to
my
go.
timber, nothing big.
For sure.
Yes.
Yes. And out here, this is for?
This same for the animals because I have a plan. They're going to be for the lactating animals. This side is your timber. So this is going to be the drinking area.
So they don't come out to drink from here?
They don't come out. They drink from that. Yes.
Nice.
They don't come out.
So like sometimes in my place, sometimes people do like free range, because I can see also here, if you decided, you still have like a space like there. You can leave your cows to go maybe out there.
Yes.
Is it recommended?
Depending on your own assumptions. Yes, but for me, I just decided to keep them indoors and look for food for them and then come and feed them. Yes. Some other people will say, let them go once in like 2 hours a day. No problem.
In your perspective as the vet, what do you think? Like free range or?
Actually, I really advocate for this. The reasons are here. One of the reasons, because when we enter inside there, you will look at the spacing. I usually tell people that the way people have a right for movement, even for animals, they have that freedom for movement. You will see a spacious area where they can walk up and down there, and they can everything that it can access outside there, it is being brought here. Like we have seen, actually talked about the greens. They are being supplemented with those. Maybe proteins, we can talk even about that when we are inside the entire thing. So another thing that I'll tell you about why I can prohibit these animals going outside there is about incidents and infestations of diseases. Because once they are confined inside here, you get that they are more safer because they don't
you
go
control what they eat.
Yes, actually you control the entire thing. Actually that's the main reason. And from that, even for something like lighting, there is no need for them to go scavenge outside there. You will see we have maybe the
transparent,
the transparent iron sheet, and there is a space, where
Oh,
the sun rays can
Yeah,
reach
the
the
air
animals. Yes. So everything that should be gotten. Okay, we have just improvised.
Yeah.
Something that is in the normal setup
yeah.
to these
You're
cow
bringing it here.
Yeah, and also, you know, when an animal moves from here, maybe going to scavenge outside there, you get that it uses a lot of energy.
Yeah, actually, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Like, does free range reduce the amount of milk?
Yes, that is true because the movement, they use a lot of energy. Yeah, it uses a lot of energy from moving there, and other things about stress. Yeah, when the animal is stressed through the movement, you get that production will go low.
All right. So before maybe we come to this place, because you told me that there's a calf
Yes,
somewhere. Maybe
we
you can
start
go
from
and
somewhere.
okay.
Yes.
So this one is raised.
Yeah, this one is raised.
Yeah. Why raised?
Actually, the reason why this place is raised is because of dampness. Yeah? Because when you put this floor maybe on ground floor, you'll get that it will be damp.
Yeah.
Because you can get from the dampness, you can get incidences of diseases. The animals actually will be soaked. Yeah. Something like novel eel. Yeah? We have an infection like novel eel. It can really disturb you. Another thing about maybe when it defecates, it urinates, it soaks itself there, so which is not healthy. So with this raised ring, it is clean animals, healthy animals.
I'm seeing a lot of manure down here. You don't use it in your farm?
We use it.
Yeah.
Because we harvested this manure like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So we need to harvest. I usually harvest around 3 months. I harvest.
Yeah, there's a beautiful calf, not yet named.
It's called Sarabi.
Oh, Sarabi. This is the name. It's beautiful. Female.
Yeah, female.
Yeah. There's a good feeling when it's a female.
Yeah, very good. As a farmer, I'm very happy because I know I have continuity.
Yeah, for sure.
It's around 2 weeks old.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Max, 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks old.
And it has like a simple structure for feeds and also for water.
This for water and milk.
Water and milk.
Yes.
Oh, you give it milk.
Yes, I feed it milk.
It doesn't like.
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
Yes, it doesn't suck. Yeah.
How many liters, maybe like, or how often do you give it?
I feed it twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in the morning 2.5 liters, in the evening 2.5 liters.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. So this is sorry. Yeah, so this is the calf area.
Yes.
Because I can see Bahati was here.
From the time yes, Bahati was here.
Yeah, Bahati was here.
Bahati is somewhere there.
Yeah. Oh, now she's grown.
She was graduated.
He graduated to there.
There.
All right. So explain to us maybe the structure like this.
Yeah, this is a simple structure because I built like 6 cubicles for the animals. Yeah. I cannot put them together because I'm mostly when you have this calf when you're feeding them, they have a tendency of sucking each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's to reduce such incidences. That is why you separate them.
You separate. So after it's done, like with the milk, you now take it to a place where they are together
stay
now.
Here for around 4 months.
4 months.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. They stay for around 4 months. That is when they are now weaned enough. They can feed by themselves. No more milk, so they can go there.
Oh, they just sleep here.
Yeah, they sleep here. Nothing else.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you see they have
The space for.
the spacing, and then you see inside here. You see there's no dampness.
Yeah.
Just like Maxwell said.
Yeah.
No dampness. It is everything. If it defecates, that is an energy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the salt. These ones, are they given salt?
Not yet for now.
Or not yet?
Yeah, I usually introduce salt after a month. Yes. For now, they purely feed the milk, and then I give them these straws just to pass time.
Just to add why this animal is not fed on salt,
Yeah.
Because the way we usually say that milk is a whole meal for the whole day.
Yeah.
Because milk contains every other
Nutrients.
component that is required by this animal, because it is on milk, so there is no need of giving it that, but because with the time, when he has said about 1 month, in the expectation of this 1 month, it would have started eating these things,
Yeah.
these These are just
Yeah, the feeds.
yeah, the feeds. Yeah. So with that, you have now to start maybe giving the sulfate so that it can supplement its body when it needs sulfate. Because well, you see, when the calf is growing, yeah, when it is in first month, it's usually consume around. You give 2 liters in the morning, 2 liters in the evening, or
Yes.
3.
No, 2.5.
2.5, 2.5.
They do 5 liters a day for 1 month.
Yes, for 1 month. So because when it is around 2 months, yeah, it now decreases the actually
The rate of the milk.
yes. So
And
with
now
that,
you add this more.
yes, with that, because it's reducing, so that you get now the sulfates are now getting in
We're introduced.
After a month, they are weaned. They are eating.
they are eating.
Yes, so I reduce the milk to 3 liters the second month.
Okay, another reason why he has placed this feed here is just because remember when this calf is born, yeah, it has no. It is like the stomach of a simple stomach like human being. Yeah, it has no those compartments. So through these feeds, because it will be biting maybe one. With that, you get that it is now it will start now developing
the formation.
compartment.
Ah, nice. And this area here
This area is for the sheep.
for the sheep.
Yes.
These are doper
These are
sheep.
double sheep. Yeah.
Is it a good business? Because I've seen like this area, most people are also
Yes, a
keeping
good
this.
business, and mostly yes, a good business, and again we just keep them for prestige.
It's for prestige.
Yes, mostly for prestige,
Yeah.
but again, it's a business because somebody can see like this one. Then he told me after some time, I want.
Yeah, you want.
Yes, I sell. It's good business.
Have you ever thought like also like investing more in this?
Yes.
Like as a business?
Yes, I've started. I'm around a year old.
A year
Yes,
old.
I started with one. Now you see they're around.
You started with
I
one.
started with one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. As you can see
Follow,
here, we
follow.
have around.
Because they need to accommodate all this space and this space.
Ah.
Yeah. So,
So the next few years you'll
The
have
next
some
few
here.
years.
Yeah.
this space will have been filled. Yeah. Because those are they are purely ewes that are ready.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, they will be carved down all of them. So I'll have an extra.
All these are female.
Yes, they are female. Then one.
One male.
runners.
One round.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So these are doper sheep. I've only been seeing them on videos, but today, guys, we are here to experience the real thing and also like learn. Yeah, in our area, most people like they prefer the goats to the sheep, but also as he said, it's about prestige because you go with what your environment gives you.
So and again, because mostly we don't take our animals out.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that are scavenging outside.
They usually go out.
Yes, once a day they usually go out. Yes, for around 2 hours, then they come inside. So they are the one who clear the compound because the cows are confined.
Yeah, nice. So this is the area where the calves are reared, and also a different compartment. And this one is sorry, because I can see also the structure somewhere here. This is the store.
Yes.
Nice.
I have two storage. This is the other one for feeds, and this one is for my other things. Yes, but basically this is the entire structure, the storage shed.
So a store is a must.
It's a must.
It's a must
Yes,
have.
it's a must. It's must have.
Especially
Because as a farmer, when you're sourcing for feeds, there are some seasons that the feeds are readily available. So and they are cheaper to obtain. So it's the best you buy them when they are cheap.
Yeah, when the
Then
prices
come
are
and
cheap.
store them for you to use them later. Yeah. So that's when you must have a storage space.
You have the machine to maybe mix the feeds or manual.
We mix them manually.
Or manual.
Yes.
Yeah, as you can see, at least now they have been left out to come and enjoy the fresh. I thought they were going to cut them.
No.
Yeah.
No, they are going to
Yeah. You can see, guys. Nice. You know, this is like our dream. Having a place like this. Most of us, it's like our dream goal. But I believe maybe one day, if we keep in the efforts and believe in ourselves, maybe one day we'll be like our friend Meshach here. Yes. Yeah. So this area?
This is the sleeping area.
Yeah.
And this is the working area. And the feeding area. Just like Maxwell has said, you see there's some space here.
Yeah, for the sun.
sunlight. Yes.
Yeah.
So we just brought everything that is outside there and then create them from inside.
Yeah. So the spacing, this is what you're talking about, like an area where they can maybe like walk.
Yeah, they can walk
exercise.
here. Yes.
Yeah.
If it wants to jump, it will jump here. Yeah. Turning point, yeah?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when it is sleeping, it will be sleeping there. When it wants to come feeding, it will just move back, then turn
And
itself
feed.
to where the feed is. Yes.
Oh, they drink from here.
Yeah, they
oh,
drink water
nice,
from
nice,
here.
nice. Yeah, and also this one, I think it also reduced the cost and also this space.
Yes.
Because I've seen some farms, they divide this, maybe an area for water, an area for the feeds.
How we decided to place it outside is because of the hygiene kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because when an animal is visiting, he doesn't have manners.
Yeah.
They can just pour feed
in the water.
So when the water is here,
Yeah.
they're going to contaminate the water and they're not going to drink that water. So it is better to put some aside so that the main cleans for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these partitions mostly are for the stages of the cow.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I can see, guys, there are some partitions here like this one and also the other one. Yeah. So for someone who is maybe starting, for example, if they don't have calves yet, maybe they just have like maybe this size of cow, should they also like make extra space, like where maybe for the big cows in future, for the calves, or what is the recommendation?
Okay, what I can say about that, it depends with maybe, okay, there are some people who do things in a long term. Yeah?
Yeah.
You get, because somebody has funds and he can just facilitate the entire thing.
Yeah, you do once.
Yes, he just does that once, then from there he start everything. Because you see, doing a structure once, it gives you a motivation, because you
know there's growth.
Yes, one day you'll wake up, you see that this space needs an animal. You go buy an animal, you place it there. You see now, at least it's something appreciable. But you see, if you don't have finances,
You can just start with
you
a
start
simple
with
space.
baby steps. Yeah. When you start with baby steps, at least with the time, maybe you can now redesign your structure.
Yeah, after you get a calf,
Yes.
you build a space for the calf. After
Yes.
the cow grows,
Yeah.
you also expand.
Once you have 8 animals, now you can take the entire structure that you had constructed down and build a good structure now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this space,
This is the working space.
the working space.
Yes, because as you see that I've designed mine,
Yeah.
they are feeding from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's going to be easier for me to work from that side and feeding the animals rather than coming inside. I disturb the animals and everything else.
Yeah.
So it is just best that when I have the animals inside there is a minimal disturbance of the animals. When I just want to feed, I just come from that side, and then I come and feed my animals here. Pole too, without disturbing the animals whatsoever.
Do they get maybe like stressed sometimes? For example, like right now we are strangers.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. They do have
Like we have one animal here. You can tell them about that animal. I won't say anything about that. Just say something about that.
Yes.
There's an animal here.
Yeah.
I don't know what Maxwell did with that animal.
Yeah.
Whenever the Maxwell is around,
Yeah.
that animal is not even at ease.
It's not at ease.
Yes.
Yes.
Just wants to go away from Maxwell. I don't know what happened.
And you'll see that once we start walking here,
Yeah.
it will run. Yeah?
It is right there. It's just that further corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after how long maybe do you do cleaning? Because I'm in my open shoes, but the space is clean.
Yeah, it is clean.
Yeah,
I do cleaning daily.
Daily.
Twice a day, in the morning
Twice
and in the evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because guys, you can see my shoes I'm very clean. You know, even I was asking Maxwell, oh, so you prepared yourself with your gumboots? Yeah, because the idea that I had, maybe we'll come here, I need maybe gumboots to be walking around.
No.
Yeah.
Again, you have to make something that is going to be easy for you to clean.
Easy for- yeah.
Yes. Again, the same thing I was talking about, hygiene.
Yeah.
You just have to make some place that is going to be easy for you to clean, so that it doesn't have dampness and
Yeah, the
everything else.
diseases.
You just have to reduce the diseases. Some other diseases just because of the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those ones, you built a drinking area
Yeah.
at that other end.
Drinking area, fire ant. Each fire ant is drinking area.
Just to say something about the gumboots,
Yeah.
The reason why I personally like wearing gumboots is because I visit different farms.
Yeah.
You see, like when I'm out of the farm, I have to disinfect these gumboots keep them. So I want to be walking maybe in town with these gumboots, so that because there are some diseases that we call maybe contagious disease that can be transmitted from one animal to another, or from, let's say, from me When I visit this farm, maybe I've stepped here, so that when I go to another farm, I can take that disease.
Yeah.
So to avoid that, it is good so that I can have protective gears. Yeah, this is a protective gear. This is an overall, my overall.
Yeah.
These are my gum boots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these protective gears are just meant for a farm visitation.
Yeah.
And from this farm, I have to disinfect them, and we proceed further.
And for you, Meshach, so how do you control like that? Maybe what you have said about maybe outsiders, because I've been seeing some farms.
Yes.
They put like the, how is it called?
Disinfectant.
Yeah.
Yes, food bath there.
Yes.
For now, yes, there's some. I want to use that as space. I'm going to put the feed bath there.
Yeah.
But for now,
You control movement.
yes, minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Minimal disturbance of the animals. So many people, so very few people are just going to be here. And again, another thing, we are the only ones that have allowed you to come here.
Yeah.
People, when they come, they want to
Yeah,
see the animal.
this area.
That is the area. They use that area. They don't come here. Yeah, they don't come where the animal is.
Right.
Yeah, that is the.
Yeah, because actually what he does, he restricts people from coming into this area because of respect.
Yeah.
It's just that he has allowed us here. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your consideration. Yeah, so guys, these are the sleeping areas designed, and also he put like the sawdust. Yeah, for comfort during the night, and then during the day maybe they're just out here enjoying the sun, because you can see like right now it's a good time. There's a lot of sun, so the cows are out there enjoying.
Just to stress something about the cow's comfort. The reason why I usually advocate people to put these types of is just to mimic. I prefer these more than mattress. It's just to mimic. You know, animals are actually, they were created in such a way that they like in the, let's say, the outside environment. Yeah. So when you put something like soil here, you just get that you have just mimicked what the environment is to this place. Yeah. And maybe I can talk about basics of maybe construction. Yeah, what is here? One of the basics is when you are constructing this housing. Yeah, you have to be it should be well ventilated. Yeah, the reason why for well ventilated, you can see all around. Yeah. There is spaces for aeration and the entire thing. That's the main thing. When you're constructing a dairy house like this, make sure you have proper ventilations. Yeah? Another thing is about drainage. As you can see this floor, when it is slanting towards that direction. When maybe the animal urinate from this side, it flows to that side. So once you put a proper drainage, you'll be actually you will have feel something like hygiene. That is what I can just say about this concern. And spacing. We have talked about spacing. Remember, there is a specific measurement for where the animal sleeps. We have specific actually what we advocate, because you see like that big animal, it can sleep here comfortably and it can still stand up comfortably and going to this side. So there is a specific measure. Don't put an oversize, and because when you put an oversize here,
not too big.
Not
it will
too
be
small.
standing here. You can see it can even defecate that end. Because it is big enough, it can stand while facing this side and do its things there.
Yes. Actually, why this? Why shouldn't we like leave it just open?
This rail. This rail, it prevents.
It's for restriction. Yes, I mean, it's the same thing that Maxwell has said. You just have these measurements. It's enough for that big cow. Just to enter. There's no space for turning. Yes. And again, I want to protect this dust. I don't want the animal to urinate here. I don't want the animal to put the dung here. So if I remove that barrier, it is going to be straight. So it is going to urinate here. Yes. I have to protect this sleeping area.
Another thing, even an animal needs comfort, because when this rail was not here, one thing that you'll see, an animal will come here to its back, it will go somewhere like a reverse, You see a reverse, and you can get an animal sleeping here. The head is there, because there is a restriction here, because it needs something that I call comfortability.
So the neck will be out.
The legs will be out, and it won't be comfortable here. So that's why this rail is here to prevent to prevent actually getting from behind, because you know when it is now sleeping, it can place its head there, and sleep comfortably, as compared to when the rail is not there.
Wow. Guys, at least today we've gotten to understand why we have this rail running all the way up to the end. So the sizes are the same, like
yes, they're equal sizes.
Equal sizes.
Yes, 4 feet by 6 feet.
4 feet by 6 feet. Oh, nice, nice. So here the beautiful cows just enjoying, waiting to be fed. Yeah. All right. Maybe the other area. That is the.
Which one? This is the milking area.
Oh,
the visit, yeah. We can see something about milking machine. We forgot that.
Yeah, because I'm seeing there's a machine here.
Yeah.
Nice. I've really loved this. What's the theme with the black paint? Or is just your your favorite color?
Just
for beauty.
These are actually used tractor oil.
Used?
Yeah, tractor oil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I say these are farm. Everything we use in the farm.
And also it prevents
waste
like
from the tractor comes and paint.
the termites.
Yes,
and also
again,
beauty.
Prevent everything. We are preventing. I'll come in.
Nice. This is a machine. Wow. Sorry.
Kita kila mahali. Napita akienda huko.
So inaweza funga.
Funga hapo.
And also this very clean area. This is the milking area. Sorry. Oh. Arudi huko. Okay. Hapo. Sorry. Yeah, we are trying to. This is the milking area, guys. Sorry. Aenda wapi huko? Oh yeah. The different gates. Oh, nice. So this is the milking area where they do the milking. 3 different parts. Nice. Yeah. So these are the
milkers.
Yeah.
The animals that are being milked.
Yeah. 4. Oh, yeah. He told us about the 4.
Yeah, I think I can talk something about this milking. This is a milking parlor. Yeah. This is where the animals are being milked. So the way you can see the design of this milking parlor, you can see as compared to the sleeping area.
Yeah.
You can see this is narrow.
Yeah, this one is narrow.
This is narrow because only for an animal just to fit there so that it can be milked. No space for maybe moving side by side, and then because the animal will disturb you. And the reason why we have some 3 things here. Here for one animal standing here, the other animal standing here. This place is left for this machine.
For the machine.
Yeah, we can have a look at this machine. Yeah.
I hope we won't.
For this machine.
Chafua hapo. Sorry. No problem. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because for this machine, you can see it looks unique. Yeah, you can see something here and you can see something here.
Yeah.
This machine is called gasoline.
Gasoline.
Yeah, gasoline means that when there is no electricity, it has a backup. This is a backup. This is a generator. So when there is no electricity, the owner can shift through this generator. Yes, this is just like a backup, and this machine it's usually here. How many times do you milk a day?
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yes.
But there is a time you are milking 3
Yeah,
times.
there was a time I was making 3 times a day.
3 times.
Yeah.
And
But currently I'm doing twice a day.
Yeah. How many cows can it milk, like in one?
2 animals.
2 animals.
Another is here, another one is here.
Yeah.
So it has. Oh yeah.
It has
One
these,
is here,
these are the milk
and the other
flows.
one is over there. Nice.
So in 7 minutes, I've milked.
You've milked. What is the price of such a machine?
It is costly. The same thing I was saying.
Yeah.
Dairy is an investment.
Yeah, it's an investment.
And again, these things you don't buy because you want to buy. You want to buy because you want to make work easier for yourself as a farm.
Yeah.
and produce so much in a small time.
Yeah.
So these machines they come in handy.
You get
a little over 130.
Of 130.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I remember this machine, Actually, I helped you getting this machine.
Yes.
And I'm the one who brought this machine
and
here.
fixed.
Nice.
I'm the one who installed and trained the entire machine here.
Nice.
So this machine, you bought it when it was around 130.
Yes.
Yeah, that's close to
But now,
$1,000.
Those are just 3 years ago.
Yes.
3 years
Four.
ago. 4 years,
Years ago.
4 years
I
ago.
bought this machine 2021.
2021.
Yes.
Yeah, but now it goes at 240,000 shillings. This machine. Now it is 240,000 shillings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it recommended like for a farmer to have the machine, or maybe to employ people to do the milking?
It is not recommended per se.
Yeah.
It just depends on the farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want your work easier,
If you want to work easier, it's okay. But again, you can employ many people.
Yeah.
And milk the animals at the same time.
Yeah.
It just depends on you as the farmer.
and also your availability.
Yes.
Like you have to know how to operate this and be there.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, you can let us know. Maybe if you're a dairy farmer out there, let us know if you have this or you prefer maybe the manual way. But I think also for a serious farmer, I would say, I think this is a very good investment, because you can see he's been having this for 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. At least you buy once and you forget the
Yeah,
cost.
another thing about this machine, because it actually really helps, because when the owner has maybe knowledge about this machine, it makes work easy, because you don't know what will happen to your staff. Maybe he can be sick.
Yeah.
Maybe he can decide to go away, and you're left alone. So when you're left alone, you have to do things by yourself, because milking with hand, it is very
Not
easy.
easy.
And even in terms of mastitis, this
Yes,
is
it
prevention.
reduces my
Yeah.
It
Oh, it
reduces,
reduces.
because one thing, it does what we call complete milking. It does complete milking, so you get that in terms of diseases.
The machine doesn't get tired. It doesn't get tired.
Yeah, as
But a
long as
human being-
the power is on,
Yeah, as long as you
it
have
keeps
power,
on.
just keep on, because but human beings sometimes milk, then the cases of mastitis are very, very high.
Yeah, and for maybe knowledge, maybe for someone who wants to start,
Yes.
what are the basic things that maybe a farmer should know before maybe, should you learn about maybe dairy, or you can just maybe buy your cow and you start?
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
as I said, if you have somebody like a veterinary around,
yeah,
or somebody, a dairy consultant is going to help you around,
Yeah.
because you can start fresh,
Yeah.
very green from the fields,
yeah,
and
from
then
the field.
you don't know anything about dairy farming, and then you end up becoming the best,
Yeah, the
the
best.
best dairy farmer. The other things, there are some things I didn't know when I was starting my dairy.
Yeah.
Yes. These things as a dairy, you learn every day. You keep learning each and every day. You start today, at the end of the month, you're very different in dairy farming.
You
Yeah.
find a problem, maybe
Yes.
someone tells you,
Get a
oh,
veterinary and then build a relationship with
Yeah.
your veterinary. Then let the veterinary tell you everything. Anything you have, and I can explain them soon, you're going to be okay. But if you start alone, it is going to be difficult for us. Yeah.
all right, thank you. And these are the sleeping area for, so you milk all this.
Yeah.
The four. Nice. So they are more comfortable because they are producing milk.
Yeah, they're more comfortable. The thing that Maxwell was saying is just for comfort. If the cows are comfortable, they're going to give
You'll
you
get
milk.
good produce.
If they are stressed, you're not going to get any milk.
Yeah.
So just make sure that everything is comfortable around here. That is why you've seen that whenever it rains, they shelter. Not rain.
And I'm seeing you have a water source.
Yes.
Because I can see a machine here. Yeah.
This is the water source for these animals.
Where do you get your water from?
I have a borehole.
Oh, you have a borehole.
I drill my own borehole. Yes. And again, another thing that you need to understand, the water must be clean all the
Yeah,
time.
I can see guys. Very clean.
All the time.
Yeah.
There is no compromise with that. They're just like a human being. You cannot drink dirty water. Yeah. So you have to change. You change like twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yes.
So this is the water source.
Yeah,
It also
then it goes all the way to the other water source.
to the
around
other
there.
water
Yes.
source. Nice. So these are the basic, like you have to get a good feeding area, water is a must in your farm, because like even cleaning this place, I believe sometime he also uses water, because even when we were in the milking area, it's very, very clean. All right, so the other place for
There's there's a friend of Marshall
Yes.
around there.
That's my friend.
Yeah. Because
Another thing,
yeah,
Marshall was saying about the body aeration. Do you feel any dampness around it?
very
You are here and then
I'm not
there's
even seeing
nobody's
any flies.
sneezing, no flies around. Because it is clean, one thing. Another thing is well aerated. You don't feel like uko kwa dairy. Some other dairies unafika kwa dairy it is damp.
Unachoka.
So many big smells.
For sure, guys, I've not seen even a single fly. Yeah, very clean, very clean. So the cows are busy feeding. Yes. Utazichokoza. Sorry guys, sorry. This is their sleeping area. Oh, it was this space.
Yeah, this space, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah. So this space, yeah. There's this space. So this space we call this a crash, yeah.
A crash.
Where it helps us restrain our animals when we are performing maybe some activities. One of the activity is about spraying the animals against we call them the ticks,
the ticks.
with acaricide, yeah. We put all the animals here in a line so that we can make the work easy. Even some operation about vaccination we usually use here because there is a big space and you can get that animal can run and injure itself, yeah? And even avoiding injury for you because animal can turn there and knocks you down.
For sure.
But for here, once you put the animal here, you'll get that you will ease in your operations, like deworming. Yeah.
It has been a lot of operations because there are some routines. You just have to do as a dairy farm. You have to spray, you have to deworm, and then when they get sick, they just have to. You have a space to restrain them. Because injecting these animals sometimes they can be very aggressive. So you need somewhere to confine them and then restrain them for you. So it is a must for a dairy farm. You must have a crash. Yes.
Maybe any other structure that maybe we've not talked about that is necessary in a dairy area.
Maybe we can visit the store so that we can see the storage where the feeds are put.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Beautiful cows.
We can visit the store.
Yeah.
Then you see silage. We have a silage where we have, there is a silage where they have here.
This one just gave birth to the calf 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Nice. Beautiful cows, guys. This one is called Ivory. And we have Safira. Sarabi. Amazing names. Just a simple home with simple structures. Anafanya farming pia because I can see they were getting
avocado.
This is a nursery, or a demonstration farm.
Demo farm.
Yeah, there's also coffee.
There is coffee.
Yeah, you can see coffee.
There is cassavas, mango.
You're a full-time farmer.
Yeah. Full-time farmer.
Yeah. Nice.
Full-time farmer.
And you're very young.
Very young indeed.
Very young. Oh, this is the...
Only you'll meet a young farmer.
Young farmer.
Yeah, a young farmer.
So this is 180 acres.
Yeah.
This is how we chop them with a chef cutter.
Yeah.
Making work easy.
For
Same
sure.
thing. When you are out of employees, sometimes
you can just do it
they
yourself.
knock out. You can do it yourself because
This is
I
how
told
the
you.
chaff cutter looks like.
That's why I told you dairy farming is an investment.
Yeah,
And again, thing you can do it yourself when nobody's around.
for sure.
You have a milking machine, I have a chef cutter here for chopping, and you can see these are very good feed.
Fresh from the farm.
See.
You grow them alone?
Yes.
Nice.
I grew them alone.
Yeah, just one something about this chaff cutter is using basically for grains, greens.
Yeah, the
I'll
greens.
tell you the reason why he's using only for greens.
Yeah.
And we will visit another machine with that. I can't touch about that machine. Yeah.
And then again, you see a master for a dairy farmer.
Yeah.
We have a milling machine.
Oh, these are milling
And
machines.
Straws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or even a crushing machine now, yeah. Yeah, we have now to differentiate between a
crush, the
chopper,
chopper.
and a chaff cutter.
Yes.
So this one we can call it a chopper. Yeah?
Yeah, chopper.
A chopper.
This one
Then
is a
there's
chopper.
chaff cutter.
You put the feeds here?
No, you feed the from
Oh, because no, I'm new.
feed from here, then you collect from that side. So you put your straws here in their hole, then when they're coming out,
They're like this.
yes.
Wow. You can see, guys, very, very soft.
And then another thing I can add, sometimes you can have surplus of napier grass.
Yeah.
Like especially the rainy seasons,
Yeah.
they usually come out very fast. I can chop them today, 1.5 months they're ready again to be harvested.
Yeah.
So what I do sometimes, I silage them.
Those are
Put them in
tube silage.
Yes.
Tube silage. Yeah.
For the napier grass.
Yeah, because this one reminds me something, yeah? When we go back there at our village,
Yeah.
we have to maybe tell people that we have tube silage.
Yeah.
Because people see silage as something,
Waste.
not even waste,
Yeah.
a difficult thing and very
Very
expensive.
tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not tedious.
The reason why I encourage people for this is this, yeah. Don't look about the tediousness, I don't know, expensiveness, because actually it is very cheap.
Yeah.
Because the reason is this, yeah. You see, when feed is in plenty, let's say in our location, because we get some other months like the month of July, August,
yeah, the rainy
it is
season.
very dry.
Yeah. Or the dry season.
Yeah, the dry season. You get that animals struggle a lot. Yeah, production decreases. Yeah, people usually struggle a lot. So when we teach people about this type of keeping the feed, it will help in these instances. One of the instances, yeah, when you are doing this silage, remember you are now easing how the rumen functions, yeah, because you have to basically what is being done here is something like a fermentation process. So when these things are fermented, you get instead of the animal using a lot of energy doing fermentation in the rumen and the entire thing, you get that energy can be reserved because you have already fermented for them. That energy can now be reserved for production. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why you are achieving high production. Yeah, because you have eaten the workload of the rumen, so that energy to be used here.
Yeah.
Another thing I was to talk about the difference between these two.
Yeah.
Why they are using this one chopper for this one? This is hay, maybe the maize stalk and the hay.
Maize stalk with straws and bomorods.
Yeah, because you cannot chop the green things here, because you see green thing, yeah. When you place them here, they will be, instead of cutting, they will be like crushing it.
Yeah.
So you get that it will give animals a lot of problem when they are consuming that meal. Yeah. And it will even drain the nutrients, because when they are crushed, so that means the fluid from the greens will maybe leak somewhere. It won't be nutritive enough for the animal.
Yeah. And also, in our area, actually, very few people, I think even zero, they do this. During the harvesting season, we ban.
Because you see these things, most of these things are the maize stalk. That people
ban in our village.
Some of them ban. Others maybe they put them again to the ground so that it can decompose and make manure. But now see here it is now used for
stored.
feeding. It's a good feed.
Yeah, good feed. Because guys, you can see, because I saw a maize stalk here. The things we are burning in our farms, people are turning them into good food for the cows. So that's the advantage of also having a store in your farm area. It can just be
can put around $3,000.
Yeah, 3,000. Very big. Yeah. So you don't have to struggle maybe during the dry season with feeds. All right.